Do you want to unlock full potential of Microsoft Word and create professional looking documents with ease? You are in the right place. In this tutorial, we are going to hold you by the hand and guide you through the essentials of Microsoft Word, from the basics to advanced features. By the end of this tutorial, you will be confidently creating and editing documents like a pro. Hi, my name is Pat from Primevox Academy. Let's get started. The very first thing we are going to learn is how to launch Microsoft Word. There are different ways of launching Microsoft Word. For example, if you have the icon, just like we have other icons here, you can just double click on any of them in order to launch. But since we do not have the icon here, we are going to go through the start menu. So if I click on start menu now, you will see where Microsoft Word is. It is here because I have pinned it. Otherwise, you can click on all apps and scroll down to where Microsoft Word is listed. You can see it from here. So all you need to do is to click in order to launch it. You wait for Microsoft Word to launch. I would like to maximize it here. Then it will prompt you to this particular environment for you to choose any template of your choice. You can choose from these templates, or you select a blank template. Again, if you have something you have been working before, you will see all the recent documents listed here. For now, I am going to choose a blank document. So this is how to launch Microsoft Word. Now that we have launched Microsoft Word, the next lesson we are going to take is the overview of Microsoft Word interface. If you look at this place, you will see that we are using Office 2021. Here, you can see the file menu. Here is called the menu bar, where we have file, home, insert, draw. If you have been using Microsoft Word, you will notice that there was no draw tab. It is now here because we are introducing you to Office 2021. We also have design, layout, references, mailing, review, view, and help. We'll be taking them one after another. So this is known as menu bar. After menu bar, we also have tools bar. All these bars where we have undo, copy, cut, and paste. We are going to show you how to use them one after another. Then the next one we have here is the ruler. We have the horizontal ruler and the vertical ruler here. After that, we then have the scroll bar. If you want to scroll your page up or down, you can use this scroll bar. You can also use the button, okay, if you don't want to use the bar. Then we also have text area. You can call this white place a text area or a document area. And when you are typing, we also have what we call the status bar that shows the number of words you have typed, the number of pages you are using, and all of that. And you can also use this zoom button to zoom in or zoom out, depending on your view or how you would like to set your view. Normally, I like using 100%, okay? The next thing we are going to learn is typing in MS Word documents. Typing in MS Word documents is as simple as typing in typewriter. You remember manual typewriter? So the keyboard is arranged in what we call QWERTY, okay? And we have the home key as ASDF and so on. So if you want to type, you will just have to press the computer keys, and whatever you are pressing will begin to come out as you type. Again, if you want to access capital letters, we'll have a key known as caps lock. Once you enable the caps lock, whatever you are typing will now be in capital letters. But then, if only what you want is initial cap, you want only the first letter to be capital, then others small letter, what you will need to do is to remove the caps lock. Once it is off, you will now hold down the shift key. When the shift key is down, whatever you type is in capital, and when you release the shift key, other things you are going to type will be in small letter. I hope you understand. Now, after typing in a particular line, if you want to move to the next line, you will press the enter key. The enter key will move your cursor to the next line. The cursor is this blinking feature we have here. Why this one that is moving as I move the mouse is known as mouse pointer. Now, let me pause this video and create a document that we are going to use for this tutorial. I am done typing my document. The next thing we are going to learn after typing this document is how to save a document. You know, after typing, you will need to save your document so that you will be able to access and make use of it in the future. If you do not save it, it means that you are going to be typing your document all over again. Since this is not a typewriter but a computer, we will need to save our documents so that we can make use of them in the future. How do you save your documents? There are different ways to save. I am going to show them to you one after another. The very first method is to go to File menu. From File menu, you then click on Save As. At this moment, because this is just a fresh document, either save or save as will do the same thing. Please follow me. So once I click on Save As, it will now ask me to choose the destination where I want to save this document. So for this, I am going to browse. You can decide to save inside OneDrive. OneDrive is a cloud storage location. You can also save within this computer or you save in any other place. For now, I will choose Browse. Once I choose Browse, I will locate the folder where I want to save. I want to save in this folder called Ready. The next thing I am going to do now is to give this file a name. So I am going to name it MS Word Practice 1. Remember, I am saving it as MS Word documents. Do not worry, I will show you other types that you can use to save your documents. Now, I'll click on this save button. Once I save it, it will show me this name here, meaning that I have successfully saved this document. So, if you are using the national grid, like there is outage of power in the device you are using, you are not going to lose this document because it has been saved. You can retrieve it at any time. But before I show you how to retrieve or open a saved file, let me also show you another way of saving file. You can just press Ctrl S from your keyboard and it will also take you to save. This button here is also used for save. Remember, this is when you must have saved for the first time and you now want to update. Like if I add something new, let's assume I added something here, share and like. If there is cut in power supply, this last line is not going to be saved. So what do I need to do? I'll have to press Ctrl S from the keyboard or I'll just click save here. I hope you understand. Now let's get to the next lesson, which is opening and retrieving a file. When you have already saved file and you want to open it, this is the step you should take. For us to do this, I will have to close this. I can just close the entire Word document, or I will close only this particular document by going to File, then click on the Close button. You remember, we only had this St. Anthony document. Now we have another document and it was created 2 minutes ago. Okay, now let me close it. So the file is closed. Or if you want, I can close everything together so that you will learn the process again. So if I close it now, it returns us to this desktop screen. If you don't understand the meaning of this desktop screen or you are new to Windows, I have a video that teaches Windows 11. You can find it in description box or from the card, of course, after watching this one. So if I go back and open Microsoft Word, I can navigate using this recent document to open the file. If I don't want to use this, in case it is not listed here as a recent document, I will just go to blank documents, or you go to open in order to open documents, assuming that I'm already in a blank document. So what I will now do is to go to file. From file menu, I will click on open. From this open, I will go to browse. We are just assuming that it's not listed here as recent document. I will go to browse, then locate the folder where it is saved. So this folder is ready. That's the name of the folder. Then select the file and then click open. Immediately you do that, it will open that document for you. I hope it is easy and simple. So that is how to open a saved file. Remember that I say that if you already have it as a recent document, let me close. You can just go to file and click on it and it will open for you. Okay. Now, the next lesson we are going to learn is copy, cut, and paste. While working with Microsoft Word documents, you do not need to repeat yourself. Like if you have a particular text that you would like to type again, you don't need to suffer yourself or take pains in order to type it again. All you will need to do is to do copy and paste. So how do you do copy and paste? First, you will highlight the text. This is how to highlight. How do you highlight? Just move the mouse pointer to where you want to start. Immediately, it will change to this eye. Do you see that? Once it changes to this, you press the mouse button, hold down the button and drag. Once it gets to where you want to stop, you release the mouse button. From there, you can now go to copy. Here is copy. You can see. And the shortcut key for copy is Ctrl+C. That is, when you hold down the Control key or the Command key if you are using iOS, then you press C. Or you can just click it here. Once you do that, you now go to the next location by placing your cursor where you want it to appear. Once your cursor is there, you click on paste or Ctrl+V. Ctrl+V is for paste. Once I do that, it will duplicate this text from here to here. Remember what I said, it will duplicate. Okay, that is exactly what copy does. It duplicates. If you want to move a text entirely from one location to another, you use cut and paste. You don't use copy and paste for that. Okay, so let us practicalize that. So if I highlight this now, press cut, I can go to cut here or do Ctrl+X. Let me use shortcut key, Ctrl+X. Can you see? It's already out of that place. Then you move the cursor to the next location, then do Ctrl+V. It will just paste it by moving it from the initial location to another. I hope you understand. If you have any confusion or anything you would like me to teach further or explain further, you can drop them in the comment section. Now, the last lesson we are going to take in this session is undo and redo. Take for instance, you are working on a document and you made a mistake. If you want to return to the last state where you were, what you will need to do is to use undo function. How do you do that? Remember this share and like was here. If I want it to return to this place without repeating that cut and paste, I'll just go to this icon known as undo and click on it. Remember, you can use the shortcut key Ctrl+Z. Once you do that, it will go out. That is the last action. If you click it again, it will now return it to the initial state where it was. And if you want to redo what you just did, you can use the second icon known as redo button. Let me click on it. I'll have to click the second one so that it will come down to this place. This is basically all you need to know in order to start to use Microsoft Word documents. I am going to stop here for this session. Join me in session 2, where we'll continue to teach you other things concerning Microsoft Word documents. Until next time, keep learning.